Hello everybody and welcome. I wanted to show you something that is really cool. I have two Mordhau applications. One that is here, that is a shadow computer on the cloud. And as you can see, if I switch the screen, you have here a Python application that will simulate touch key on Mordhau. Then you have this application that I call IID for index integer date. As you can see, when I'm playing some music on my PC over there, it's basically it's sending some index of the player, the value you want to send as an integer, and the date when it was sent. And when you recover that, you can play some music or in the game Mordhau, but it means that you can also play music on any game in multiplayer game. So you can remote control several computers by using this technique. The idea here is quite simple. The idea is quite simple. If I come back on my PC, I have a script here that is listening to the MIDI. So here, the MIDI is converted into an integer that corresponds to an action. This action is sent on here, on this gate. This is a gate, just a client-server system. So this is a client of a WebSocket that is hosted on my PC at home. And this WebSocket only do one stuff, is that it takes the ID of the player and it distributes the number at all the clients of this number. So here is 0 because I'm admin, but it will be 3, 35, I don't know, with the date. When it received, it broadcasts this to the port you ask him to broadcast. And so it arrives here, and here is the injection to Mordhau. So MIDI, client, client server, server come back to client, client broadcast, poof, and here we have the MIDI injection. So all that is Python script, one for MIDI, one for the client, one for the injection in Mordhau. And here on the other side over there, it's the same idea, but here without having the emission of the keyboard MIDI. So you have my player basically, yeah, I got kicked because I was not moving around. But you play on the keyboard is emitting on the client is received over there, and it's playing music. So yeah, I find this project really cool. It allows you to do cool stuff like playing with several characters on a game, or playing some bots without having to kill your bandwidth, because it's just integer going on the network. There's plenty of use of that, but here the obvious reason is to have a group, a bounce of lute playing music on the server without having to use loot box. It's just classic injection of key in the console, and yeah, that's the idea. I hope you love the concept. If you like it and you want to explore it a bit, feel free to go watch the code. And the code is on GitHub, so I will show you that like this. So you have Git here, and on GitHub you can look on my repository. So my name is Elwastre, and in it you should find several stuff. You have those one. So this one is Mordhau Python MIDI, is the one that will read the MIDI and send it as a Python UDP message to the Mordhau injection. Okay, so it looks like this. You have the Mordhau injection, the MIDI keyboard, like this. So the MIDI keyboard is just, we import MIDO that allows you to listen to MIDI. You give me the address you want to send the message and the port you want to record the message, then the name of your keyboard, and it will take charge of the rest. Also, what you need to do is to say, hey, MIDI to Mordhau. So here is the note of MIDI, and here is the note I want to play in Mordhau, like this. Okay, so the other one will receive it, and so you have to say, hey, I listen to this port over there, I will use all those libraries to be able to simulate the key. Here is the name of the application I want to inject. So here is Mordhau. Do I want to inject keyboard or do I want to inject fake keyboard input? And basically what it will do is that it will go here, and it will receive the ID you send to the Mordhau application, to this script. And if you ask to simulate a keyboard, it will simulate a keyboard. It will press enter, press enter. U for opening the console, so you need to modify it in the game. U to open the admin console. Then it will copy paste the command to play, and it will press enter to say validate the command. As soon as it's done, you play the music in the game, basically. Now what you can do is send fake input, and fake input, the advantage is that you don't need to be in the game to send the information. You're just sending the information as fake input to the game. That's what allows to do some multiboxing and remote control game and hacking game. But yeah, so basically I say simulate enter, simulate enter, simulate U, simulate every character of the command over there. So it will do EQ, U, E, P, M, N, space, and then the number with numpad. And then press enter. So basically that's what's happening here. So that is the local part. So you have this that listen to the MIDI, this that send the MIDI and recover the MIDI and play the command in Mordhau and check the data. And that's already cool because on your PC you can play MIDI to a Mordhau. But there is also script over there. I checked that I'm not on the wrong screen. Okay. Now what's happening is that you have two other ones. You have this one and this one. This one is the server and this one is the client. Okay. So the server is integer index integer data tunneling RSA. Okay. So the idea is that if you go here, you have a C# server that I designed. It's kind of ugly, but it worked. And this server over there will basically be a WebSocket, and this WebSocket over there is listening to any IP, any WebSocket client, to be able to redistribute, to broadcast the information. So why this stuff exists is to create a tunnel on a shared mutual server. So you create your server and then you give RSA key to your client, and it means that you can be 10, 20, 30 people using the same server, hosted server. So basically this server, I have one in my home on one of my PC, and that's what allows me to synchronize all my PC and play on several PC. So for example here where I'm playing 2 Mordhau game. Okay. I won't explain how to host it because it's just C# stuff to compile and execute. I think I put some here version that you can download and to be able to host your own server over there. But to be able to speak with this server, you need a client, and the client, you can do it in C# if you want, but I did a version that is in Python, and that's what it is here. So here, the Gate IID WS Python is the client, is you know, this part over there. This part over there is this. So what does it look like? I will show you on my PC. C gate like this, gate 0. So you have a key that I won't open, but this is the private key and the public key. Public key look like this. For example, this is the public key of my RSA key. Okay, so it's a public key that allows to say, hey, I'm this guy and I can be on the server. And on the server, you need to add the public key to be sure that he is not a guest, and like that he will have an ID. I don't explain that because it's another video to explain how to host the server. And the idea here is that you have here some Python script, and the main one is this one. What is this one? This is this one, gate . If you want to launch it, you can launch it like this. Yep, or you can create launch the bat over there to launch it. And I think you need to launch it with the bat because you need to be admin to use it. And here's what you will have. I need to close the other one. If I want to, here like this. So I launch the gate. So basically I'm just writing Python Python. So now he say, hey, hello, I'm a gate RSA. If you want to know more about me, go there for the server. Here's question on the Discord if you want to play. So if you want help, the server IP fetch is basically it will download on GitHub. Here it will go download on GitHub on IP here. So in the Python script you can modify this but it will go here and it will go check here and you say, hey, here is the address I need to contact. So it is my server at home is over there. And so basically you will download this and that's what will allow this to connect. So here my server is connected, so he say, hey, nice, I will try to connect it, and he succeeds to connect to it. So he say, okay, now that I'm connected to the server, I can broadcast some information to your local arena network, so LAN. So I will use this WebSocket listener to speak with you. So if you want to send me information to send to the server, send me on this port as a WebSocket. If you want to send on the server some information from a UDP perspective, just send me a UDP to this port. Okay. And me as a client, if I receive information from the server, I will broadcast them on those IP address. And if you want me to broadcast on another device, just give me the IP and the port, and I will broadcast to this IP and the port. Also, you have a timing that needs to be the same on the PC of every client. So I will synchronize all this network time protocol, and I will say, hey, this network, I connect to it, and so this execution, this time over there will be the one synchronized on NTP. So that's kind of the idea. Here is your current public address, so it's the public address of my Proximus home for the moment. Here is your current local IP, and here is on the server your ID. So basically you give your RSA key to the server you want to host, you want to join, and if you are a guest you will have a negative number. If you are not a guest you will have a fixed ID that is given to you on the server. And as I'm an admin, I'm the ID 0 because I have the RSA key of the 0. And that's the idea. So, for example, here I'm clicking on here and it's sending information on the server. I'm recording here, it's broadcasting, and that's as easy as that. I really love this system because it means that you have one guy who needs to host the server somewhere on his home or on Azure or whatever. And then all the community that want to join this server can use it to synchronize PC and do stuff like playing Mordhau on 2 PC. And so yeah, I find that really cool. That's all. It was the video about how you can synchronize Mordhau playing sound using the RSA key and a server. And I know this video is not good enough to understand what's happening or good enough to at least use it, but the aim of this video is not to say, hey, use it. It's to say, hey, it exists. If you need to use it, feel free to contact me, because that's a tool I'm designing for the moment. I'm crafting that, and it's really useful when you want to do some IoT to light the light of your home. It's really useful when you want to recover some information of an AI. It's really good when you want to remote control a game. It's really cool, and I wanted to share with you this cool stuff I did. So yeah, feel free to ping me if you want to make some tests or if you want to make some try. For example, if you are a fan of Mordhau and you want to play with 5 music guy on server and you have 5 times the game or 5 friends, feel free to contact me and we can try to see if we can set up that just to see if it works and see what we can do. And so yeah, hope you have fun. Also, if you watch this video and your plan was just to do MIDI to Mordhau without the networking, there is 2 other videos, one in French and one in English, explaining how to do this. So yeah, have fun, may the code be with you. See you in the next video. Bye!